25 books for $25, which is a part of the 1,000 for 1,000. So as an introduction to my 1,000 books for $1,000, that may be too much of a leap for some of you high vibrational individual expressions of God on earth. So we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to make it very assimilatable, if that's the term. So we're going to break this down, go through some of the books that you'll be receiving for $25. That's $1 per book. And these are not books from the traditional perspective. These are transformative ecosystems. So each PDF document is an ecosystem. When I say ecosystem, I simply means a way by which for you to transform or be transformed by the renewing of your mind. These are renewing of the mind systems. And so when you delve into each one of these cisterns or systems, it allows you to be and to establish a new disposition. The new disposition is the result of an expanded consciousness. Once the brain is expanded, it can't shrink back. It can't go back to its original frequency, wave, verbal vibration. So we look at the 144 word linguistics. We talk about the neuroscience and the neurological effects of being. We talk about your somatic sequence. We look at being average, not successful. We look at the neural wealth, 30-day peak performance. We look at the day 5 of day 30 of the neurological gatekeeper. This one right here is the being average essay. This one right here is the neuroscience day 1. This is neural wealth. I said neuroscience, but neural wealth. Neural wealth day 6, limbic system. So the neural wealth was an entire system that we're selling, and each day came with a particular book. This is one of my books, Dare to Be You. Again, this is the 25 books that are included. This is day 2 of the neural wealth. The 144 word epigenetic, how what you speak you create. This is neural wealth day 7, quantum anchoring. We break that down. This is the feminine energy, the divine feminine. This was a Mother's Day special that we did. Again, comes with a book and audio series that come with that one. This is day 30. Day 3 of day 30. We break down again the personal word, personal number, word, and color, cymatics, how those work together. This is also day 8. This is the blend, what's called platform and content creation. So as we go through these books, again, this is just 25 of the 1,000 books that comes with the 1,000 for 1,000. But as a way to introduce you to that series, make that series more palatable, assimilatable, $25 is a lot easier for some people's overstanding. It's easier to come off a risk, even though there is no risk involved. But for some people, especially if you're new to my content, there could be a perceived. You may not want to pay $1,000 for 1,000 books, even though that's a steal. But in order for you to see the value by exposing you to the content, especially for some strange stretch of the imagination, you are new to some of my content. So we want to break down, or we want to, again, allow you to take advantage of the 1,000 for 1,000 by making a smaller, more introductory level and investment of only $25. So for $25, simply go to my website, masterteacher33.com. Click on the link that says 25, or click on the link that says donation, make the $25 payment, and I'll send you the 25 books for $25. 25 books for $25. Just click on let's go back to the books. Click on a few of them, just go through a few, just to give you a deeper under and understanding. For example, this is the one that is about, or that breaks down linguistics and understanding that each and every one of us, we have a 144 word epigenetic code. So this is a way by which you see the world. This is the way you process the world. So in this book, sorry about that, going a little bit too fast. So in his book, it goes through page by page your individual words that make up your world. And so again, this is just one of the books that we're going through. This book breaks down that we are all linguistical people. In other words, we all use language. And language allows us to create a world or to create our reality. And so in this book, we go through this circle that's based upon the life optimization circle. And so each one has 12. So it's 12 times 12 that gives you 144. So that's what this book is about. This book is all about establishing or using your 144 epigenetics or your 144 words that allows you to create your world. And by over and understanding that how to use your verbs and your vocabulary to create frequencies, waves, and vibration, which allows you to create a linguistical bridge in order for you to establish what is called a wave form consciousness for wealth, health, wisdom, and relationships. And so again, just one of the books just that we're introducing, which is a part of the 1,000 books, but you're picking up 25 books. So that way, again, you can kind of wrap your brain around that 25 to see the benefits of picking up that 25 books, which is a part of the $1,000 or the 1,000 books for the $1,000. And so by going into it and breaking this down, it makes it very, 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 accommodable, very affordable, or more affordable as we go through this. And so that was just one of the books. Let's go back. Let's pick out another one, kind of go through. Let's check out the neurological effects of being average. And so the neurological effects of being average, again, just another one of the books that's included. There is some, I'm going to use the word negative effects to choosing to be average. We know it's a choice. Every day you wake up, you get to choose to be average. Your nervous system won't allow you to hit a target it doesn't believe you're worthy of. And so you can only receive what your nervous system can hold. If you get nervous with the $1,000, you'll never be able to hold $1,000. So you can't get a job that pays you $1,000. If $1,000 a day doesn't fit in your belief system, then you'll never be able to hold or make $1,000. So this book, again, this is only $1. This book, I think it really sold for $49.95. But again, just remember, this is so important. If you get nervous with $10, that means you can never make $10. It makes you nervous. You can only have what doesn't make you nervous. So being average is a sin. Being successful is spiritual. Because a sin means that you're missing the mark. Sin means that you're not operating according to your brain's coherence, according to your God-given frequency, wave, vibration. So this book alone is worth the price, because what we're talking about is coherence. We're talking about how to be in a peaceful mental disposition. So why living without your meteros is neurotic or neurotoxic. Meteros simply means your lot, your share, your destiny. Where we get the English word sin, it comes from the Greek word meteros. So as like every book that's a part of the 1,000 books, and every book that's a part of the 25 books that's included in today's special. Remember, this is only good for the next 2 days. That is January the 17th and January the 18th. And then that concludes this introductory offer. Because what we're doing is just introducing you to the 1,000. But we're going to, again, provide you with 25. These 25 will help you see the value of picking up the 1,000. Let's check out another book that's included in this offer. So this is day 4 of the NeuroWealth series. And so each day came with its own book. Where we went through this series to help people understanding. This one is talking about sequencing your numbers, your letters, the colors, in order for you to establish exousia. Exousia is just another word for power. So this is, again, the psychology of the neurobiological activation sequence. So when you put certain things in a particular sequence, by sequencing, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how the brain works, how you manifest things based upon how your brain works. We spend a lot of time talking about color psychology inside of this book. So there's certain colors that are more, let's use the word, beneficial for you. That's why you notice most of my stuff is emerald green. You'll see that. You also see yellow. Why? Because that's the number of the number 4. You'll see yellow, which is the color for the number 3. You also see some blue sprinkled in a lot of my stuff, which is the color for the number 6. So this gets into the color psychology, and this breaks down why color is so important for your own personal success. Again, just explaining, going through why each one of these books are not books. These are transformative individual ecosystems. An ecosystem is a way for you to establish your entire economy, for you to create wealth, health, wisdom, and great relationships. Let's pick out another one. Let's check out the reality selection process. So this is a book that breaks down, again, the reality selection process. Now, when I say reality selection process, as you see here in the book, we break it down how you, knowing or not knowing or unknowing, selects your reality. So this book helps to open your eyes and to turn them from darkness to light. Simply meaning that from ignorance to purpose, because you want to operate inside of your own purpose. So this book delves into that there is no level of difficulty that the proper self-alignment or self-image cannot overcome. 0. There is no such thing as obstacles. 0. An obstacle simply means that you have not chosen the proper self-image. See, how you self-identify determines how high you fly. If you don't have a proper self-image, then you won't be able to override whatever negative habit pattern. And so as we talk about, Jesus or Yahushua represents your highest desires fulfilled. And so could you imagine if most Christians don't understand the true God self? They don't understand that Jesus came that we may have life and life more abundantly. That's the reason that he came. So once you understand that we have this ruach, we have this treasure hidden inside of us. So step 1, and I said, who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecuted. And so the goal is to understanding that what persecution is and who is being persecuted. Step 2, but rise, stand up on thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness, both of the things which thou hast seen and of the things in which I will appear, or which will appear unto you. And so again, I break what all this means down in the book. Step 3, deliver thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I stand, or I send thee. Step 4. So we go through each one of the steps to help you over and understand the process of getting out of fear and operating in 100% source. What is man? When I consider thou heavens and the work of thy fingers, and the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained. That was Psalms 8 verse 4. What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visiteth him? Psalms 8 verse 5. So this book delves into the who and whose we really are, where our power comes from, where our anointing comes from, how we're able to override all negative habit patterns and become one with the big G and manifest what God has designed and gifted for us to be, do, and have. Again, another very, very important piece of information to help you process, whose you are in source code. Now, the next book that's a part of this one, and this one is one of my personal favorite, as I break down, again, the 9 superpowers. Everybody has a superpower. This comes from the movie Push. Now, this is an old movie. You guys may not remember it, but this movie, there's a cover for it, was a movie where these people have these certain, powers. And these powers are based upon Inside the movie, again, a little different from what I'm coming from. I'm coming from a spiritual perspective. And every path, based upon your date of birth, establish a power. So we got a pusher. Then we got a shifter. We got watchers. Then we got stitchers. Then we got movers. Then we got shadows. That's what me. I'm a 6. So I'm a shadow worker. So you see, most of the stuff I do and talk about has to do with what? Psychology, shadow. Then we got sniffs, 7. Then we got wipers, clear people's brains. Those are 8. And then we got bleeders. Those are 9s. And so each life path number, based upon your date of entry or your date of birth, that assigns you a specific superpower. And this was broke down inside the movie Push. But we're going and we're looking at it from a hidden esoteric perspective. Inside the book, we go through each one of the numbers and we tell you exactly what your God-given superpower is. Because most people, they go through life without knowing and without using their superpower, what God has designed and what God has gifted them to overstand. Let's pick out one more. Let's check out Physician Heal Thyself. This was another good book. I wrote a few moons ago. Short read, about 20 pages. In this book, like all of these books, this one is so powerful because it really gets into understand what's major now with all the GLP-1 drugs out. Most people don't understand how they work when we talk about it. And I've been doing this, since my mom died. Ketones, nitric oxide, and myokines. So this book breaks down how to heal yourself. Fasting, breathing, and exercise. And it goes into detail. Because all the GLP-1s, all of these weight loss drugs that are hitting the market today are all based upon the same natural process that the body naturally goes through. No pills required. Now, I know people who are paying up to almost $400 a month for the shot. And there are some people paying less than $25 a month. And I guess it's your insurance or the doctor that you go to. I don't pay nothing. I do it for free. Because fasting, breathing, and exercise, they're all free. So each one of these books are actually ecosystems that introduce a question and the answer that you didn't even know that, number one, the question that you didn't even know to ask. So how can you get an answer to a question that you didn't even know you're supposed to ask? That's why these books are so important, because they're ecosystems. These books answers questions, gives you the answer. And you realize that, wow, I never even thought about asking that question. That's why it's so important. I'm looking at all of the people, family members and friends and people that I've bumped into who have, again, this is just one of the 1,000 questions and the 1,000 answers that I talk to people every single day. This is just one example. And that is myokines. That gets into physicians. How do you heal yourself? Well, that's step by step. Ketones, nitric oxide, and myokines. Breaks it down for you. Okay, well, what is that? Fasting, breathing, exercise. So again, this is just a part of over understanding. Again, look at this. Release yourself. This system that I'm giving to you today, this 25 for 25. We're just introducing 25 to introduce you to the real system. The real system, again, is the 1,000 for 1,000. That's the real game. But I know coming off 1,000 may be difficult for some folk, so we want to make it a little easier for you. We're breaking it down 25 for 25. So you already know what to do. Simply go to the website, masterteacher33.com. Just click on the link that says donation. And then just make the one-time payment today at the website. Again, this is just 2 days. Today is January, so it's January the 17th and January the 18th, the 25 for 25, just 2 days, January the 17th and January the 18th. Well, all right, man, that's it. I want to keep it short and sweet today. I love you. Thank everybody so much for tuning in. It's your boy, Dr. Will Rogers. I'm at the top grinding and shining. Come join me. God bless.